Pwani Techno Girls, and the topic right now is women in technology. It is a field that has been known to be male-dominated. Now, we're hosting Ruth Kaveke, who is the executive director at Pwani Techno Girls. She's also a freelance website developer. She has worked with approximately 1,200 high school girls from 13 public and private schools in Mombasa County. She is a Techno Women alumna. Tech Women is an initiative of the U.S. Department of State's Bureau of Educational and Cultural Affairs. This year, iChange Nations awarded her the Women Add Value Recognition Award. Let's take a look at those particular clips just before we continue. Well, those are clips of Ruth Kaveke and what she's been doing in the world of technology. Welcome, Ruth, to our studios. Thank you for gracing our studio tonight. All right, now, what motivated you to venture into this field that is male-dominated? I mean, technology is also always known to be male-dominated field. What really motivated your move?
Okay, like for me, what really motivated me to venture in technology, I was brought up in a very small, I can say a small village in Kuria, Isabania, and the only time I could access a computer was when I could go to a cyber cafe. And luckily, when I got accepted to Asumbi Girls, yes, I was able to learn that computers was taught as a subject. So I was very interested, and when we were told to go, when we went Form 1, we were told to go and select subjects. Yes. Rightly, I went to computers, but the number was so large, so the teacher had to reduce the number by around 40. So we were given like a general IQ test. Yes. That luckily I managed to go through it. And from that, throughout my high school, I could read computers because I was so passionate about them.
But having come from Isabania, how did you manage to answer the IQ questions, especially in regards to computer?
I think I was very intelligent while still also at primary level. Yes. That's why I was able to get the opportunity to join Asumbi Girls, and I was, when even the results were out, I was among the people who were selected. Wow. And a funny thing is, our first class, our teacher asked us that, is there anyone who has ever touched a computer before? And I remember I was a bit very shy. I didn't want to say it, but I remember in our class, one girl from the village, she also raised her hand because I didn't want to get embarrassed. Yes. I did not. But when the results were out, we were among the best. Wow. So that really inspired me to venture in technology. All
right. Now, someone outside there doesn't understand what exactly you do. What is Pwani Techno Girls? Can you just break it down so that we get to understand what it is all about?
Okay, so Pwani Techno Girls is a community-based organization in Mombasa that I co-founded together with my other colleagues while still at the university. The aim of Pwani Techno Girls is to inspire girls to venture in technology.
Which university was that?
Yes, so I was part of Technical University of Mombasa, where even in our class, we were in a class of 60, we were only 6 girls, and out of those girls, my co-founder, who we work closely with, Aisha Abubakar, we were among the girls who could code in our class. At some point, maybe girls were a bit scared of coding because it's a male-dominated field. So after acquiring these skills, we decided to form this organization so that we are able to inspire girls at a young age. Like, for example, me coming from a very remote area at Isabania, I didn't have anyone to look unto. So I decided to be like a change that I wanted to see in this community. Being like even in my class, I had a tendency of not going to class, but going to the library to do a lot of technology. So at some point, teachers could recognize I'm not in class, but I could do well because I could read a lot on my own. So, and also working in technology for like a period of 6 years, I've realized that there's a lot of challenges for women in technology. So we decided to raise them at an early age. So where these girls are able to see, okay, this is Ruth, she's a website developer, she's able to do this, why not me? So we train them on practical examples in science, technology, engineering, and maths. And as you've said, we've worked with 13, both private and public schools. Yes.
So now that you're working, understand that Techno Girls Pwani also only work with girls. So people are like, why do you leave boy child out? Can you explain why only girls? Why not boys? Why can't you include the boy child in this program?
Okay, it's like for me, it's so personal to me. I remember when we are in the university, we are given an opportunity to go to our internship program.
Yes.
So when I was applying for my internship program, I was very specific to what I wanted because I have a passion for web development. I had to go to a web agency that was doing the same.
Yes.
So I really did my homework. I knew all the platforms that they built their site. So when I was there, I was ready with all the projects.
Yeah.
And the first time I opened it to my supervisor, he was shocked, like, Ruth, can you do this? I thought girls cannot do this. So I feel that at some point that girls need to be empowered to venture into technology.
Oh, nice. And now, in terms of technology, do you think the government has really done enough to empower maybe the students to come up with proper projects in regards to this particular subject?
Okay, like for me, I can say the government has not done a good job. For example, the Digi School that was introduced in primary, at some point it ends at a specific level, and then you find that with technology requires it to be very continuous.
Yes.
I feel that when the government can make it like a continuous process, even at primary level it could be examined, just the same way it's examined in high school, it's going to create an opportunity, and also specifically taking technology to grassroots, coming like to an area where it was not very easy to access a computer. I can imagine like, we know like most of the tech giants like Mark Zuckerberg, these are already established people. They didn't just wake up and start using computer. For me, like, I started using computer very well while I was at the university. While you find that in other developing countries, you find even a child as age as 12 can do this. So I feel if we integrate, especially the government, make it like a long process from primary continuous to high school, it would be a very good opportunity for the young people and especially the students to innovate with technology.
Wow, and now technology has taken new places. Can you just tell us what was happening in Kigali the other day? You were also in the USA, that is at the United States of America. What really took you there and what was the program all about?
Okay, so when I went to Kigali, actually it was my first time to get out of Kenya. There's a Germany organization was featuring women in Africa, doing initiatives supporting girls to venture to technology. So it happened that I was interviewed early before and I was invited. So it was a conference for women to discuss. Actually, we were all women from different parts of Africa doing...
Did you represent Kenya?
Yes, I did.
The only person representing Kenya?
No, I think we were around 2, but I was the only one from Mombasa.
Wow.
So it was a good opportunity. We were able to interact and also share how we are able to empower other girls in technology in Africa. And also for the opportunity that I got to go to the US, it's by the Tech Women. It's a US Department of State. It's one of the...
How did you get the opportunity to go to the US?
Yeah, so actually it's one of the most competitive programs for women in STEM globally, not only in Kenya. Like for example, in Kenya there were 1,000 applicants and they were taking 5. And
1,000?
Yes. And I remember in my year I was very young, and one of the things that really came out, because the programs, when you are taken to the US, you need to come back and give back to your community. So for me, I'd already started doing that. So it was an opportunity for me to increase my online opportunity. So it was very easy for me to get it. Actually, I couldn't believe it. Like most of the women that we were selected with were also doing very great things in the community and also around whatever they are doing. So I was selected and I was featured in, actually hosted in one of my dream company, Mozilla.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was advancing my knowledge on website security, and I had 2 professional mentors. One was called Sierra, and also the other one was called... actually his name has skipped out of my mind, but these mentors really helped me understand more on the website security, and I also got an opportunity to actually go to most of the Silicon Valley companies.
Even went to the Google?
Yeah. So like part of the program that we were doing, we were taken to most of the tech companies available in San Francisco. Apart from Google, I also got an opportunity to go to Salesforce, LinkedIn, Yahoo, Microsoft, and most of these big companies in San Francisco.
Now talking about Google and Mozilla, let's take a look at, let us show our viewers some of those clips while she's at the Google headquarters, something that we only see on phones as you want to Google something. Maybe you can show those particular clips. Meanwhile, those clips will come in. All right, there we go. All right, now, is Techno Girls, is it only Pwani based? Do you have any program to take it further or to take it out of Mombasa County? Now that you're coming from Isabania, do you have any program to take it back to the people at the rural area?
Yeah, actually, I'm very, very grateful because apart from us doing these programs in Mombasa, recently I got an opportunity being an alumni of the U.S. Department of State. I was awarded through my organization a grant to run a project called STEM Cafe Kenya. We've been doing it in all American spaces in the country. Like for example, we did one in Nairobi, Mombasa, Lamu, Kisumu, and actually today I was there in Kisumu finalizing this program that we were ending there. So for me, I see it as an opportunity to extend some of these programs.
What are the program in Kisumu?
Yes, so the program was called STEM Cafe, where we were training girls on employable skills on science, technology, engineering, and maths for a period of 3 days. And
is it free or they?
Yeah. Actually, it's free. It's being sponsored by the American Spaces in Kenya, and we've been training like approximately 25 girls in each center.
All right. Okay, now something else. Kenya is a third world country, and we are known for buying technology. Is there hope now that the young people like you have ventured into this particular field? Is there hope to build our own technology instead of importing? Is there hope for Kenya to be technically able to sustain itself?
Yeah, there is. Actually, based on some of the programs we run with the girls, I'm always inspired by one of the programs that we do in Mombasa called Mombasa Girls in STEM. Yes. So it's a 1-year program where you find that girls are taken through a program where they're being trained on science, technology, engineering, and maths. And apart from that, they're always encouraged to look around their world or their community and develop a solution towards it. And you'll really be shocked with what some of these girls are able to do. Some of these girls are able even to develop mobile applications. They're also able to develop like robotics items for themselves that solves community problem. Yes. So I feel that Kenya, we are moving towards the right place. Like for example, in 2018, one of the best girls who developed a mobile application was from Kisumu. They developed a mobile application that can help girls get away from the FGM. Yes. So I feel it's something that we are really taking up well.
Is there someone who motivates you, someone you look at and you say, I want to be like this person, this one person who has really motivated me to reach at this particular level, someone you look up to? Is there?
Yeah, like for me, I really look up to Michelle Obama. I'm really inspired by her story, coming from a very like humble background. Yes. So it really inspires me that you can achieve more. And also apart from that, what really inspires me is the girls that we train at Pwani Techno Girls. Most of these girls, after they finish high school, they don't have anything else to do. They don't have funds to go to college. But through their passion to technology, they're able to join Pwani Techno Girls, and we're able actually to give them employable skills. Some of these girls really inspire me. Even at some point, I don't even think of getting a job. I just feel that I really need to do something for them so that they can also continue impacting other young girls.
Nice. And now, talking about the girls, look at that camera and speak to that girl there at home, longing to be a technology expert, just as you are. Please speak to them. Just the last word for that girl in Isabania really wants to be like you.
Oh, yeah. So I would really like to encourage you that technology is very fun, and it's one of the most highly paid jobs. And it's a field that you can venture, and one of the best requirements for you to do technology, you have to be very good in maths and physics, because those are some of the requirements that you need to join technology. And also there are also amazing women doing technology stuff. Like I'm inspired by Ada Lovelace. She was the first woman to develop these programming languages that are used to create some of these innovative softwares. And technology is fun, it's very easy. If I can do it coming from a very small village called Isabania that I'm very proud of, you can also do it. So go for it. It's very easy, and it's also very fun, and also it's one of the jobs that is well paid.
Well put, it is surely possible. Thank you very much, Ruth Kaveke, for gracing
Thank
our studio.
you.
We hope to have you again right here with us. All right, moving on, we have the updates on the Division of Revenue Bill, where mediation talks on the sharing